My father called him and asked him, "What is the reason?" He said he doesn't have any reasons, that he doesn't want to do any court marriage.
Okay.
I begged him, I cried. He said no. Even I wanted a white wedding. I wanted a white wedding.
Okay.
But this man said no because my church requested for a certificate from the court.
Okay.
He said for that reason we aren't doing any white wedding.
Okay.
I pleaded, I cried.
Hello, people. It's your boy Skid Comedy, aka the next governor. But today again, we don't enter the studio to do what we know how to do best. Omo, today matter, it get as it take no one be. Today matter, a chop belle full. Like overfeeding dey worry this very issue. This matter, wear sneakers on top of wrapper, excuse me, not tie, can't use gele finish up. This is just to tell you how serious this very issue is. This matter na this madam here bring this issue to my table. When I went through her email, the story she narrated to me got me thinking. Like it's a kind of complicated and not an issue one needs to treat anyhow. We really need to be. We really need to apply wisdom in this very issue. But let it not be as if I'm the one telling you guys this story. I would like us to meet this sister here so that she will narrate this story to you guys exactly the same way she emailed it to me that made me to invite her down to this place. But before then, fans, if you want to reach out to me, if you want to contact me, the one and only way you can get through to me is by my email, which is skitlordcomedy@gmail.com. My number is not on social media. Please know this and treat as important. Skitlord Comedy will never DM you first. I will never call or email you first for any reason at all. So if anybody should do that to you, I beg you, demand for a video call. This video call is just for you to be sure you are talking to the right person before you start transacting whatsoever business you want to transact with this said person in the name of Skitlord Comedy. Why I'm saying this is because Skitlord Comedy will never be held responsible for anybody with this. Yes, I will not be held responsible. Please do not allow yourself to be used and don't fall a victim. Let he who has ears hear what I just said. As we continue to follow Skitlord Comedy to stay updated, as you continue to be a loyal and faithful fan, may God bless you now and always. Amen. Now, may we dive into the matter we bring us come here this evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
So, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm good.
All right, sister, it is because of the agreement I had with you. You told me you don't want camera. I don't want this your confession. You don't want this our discussion on the camera because of your family, for your family's sake. But I told you that I was going to hide your identity so I can be able to say this thing to my audience, because I'm not the only one who is going to advise you. Neither is here the only one. My audience might have a better advice to give you to this thing you are about to tell us. So I will appreciate if you narrate this your story to us once again. The reason why I said us is that beside you there is camera. We are recording this program and the world is watching. With me here is my seer, who by grace of God, he sees secret and deep things, and he also knows when someone is telling lies. Be you who. So I will appreciate if you narrate this story to them, more especially to my seer, for him to look into it, to know the advice and solution he has to give to you concerning this thing you said that is happening in your marriage. So please speak out and gently narrate this story to us. Thank you.
All right. I got pregnant 7 years ago to the man I am currently married to.
Okay.
Then the issue of marriage came up
All right.
and I wasn't working. I don't have any job.
Okay.
My husband insisted that he's not going to do a court wedding with me
Okay.
for not just good reason. I asked him. I asked him why. He said nothing. He said he doesn't want to do anything.
Okay.
I had to call the attention of my daddy, my father.
Okay.
My father called him and asked him, what is the reason? He said he doesn't have any reasons, that he doesn't want to do any court marriage.
Okay.
I begged him, I cried. He said no. Even I wanted a white wedding. I wanted a white wedding.
Okay.
But this man said no because my church requested for a certificate from the court.
Okay.
He said for that reason, we aren't doing any white wedding.
Okay.
I pleaded, I cried because I wanted this. He said no, that he's going to marry me traditionally only.
Okay.
Then I had no other option than to agree to this marriage because I don't want to live with this stigma of getting pregnant at home and tarnishing my father's image. I don't want such thing to happen to me.
Okay.
I agreed to this marriage.
Okay.
I got married to him.
Okay.
And it got my father really angry that my father had to swear that he would do everything within his power to make sure I am independent and have a good job.
Okay. Why you were begging this man? Didn't you try talking to the family to see if they can?
I did. I called his family. All they could tell me is that he is grown, he is old enough to make his own decisions. That they
Okay.
cannot do anything about it. Then
Okay.
I stopped asking him for that, and I never forgave him about it. I didn't. I
Okay.
moved on with my life.
Okay. That till now you've not forgiven your husband.
No, I didn't. I didn't forgive him. So I started working.
Okay.
I started making my own money,
Okay.
buying properties,
Okay.
and I willed every of my property to my
Why?
children. Because I mean, I have not forgiven this man. He didn't agree to what I wanted. So I mean, this is my money. I should do whatever I want to.
Okay.
So I willed all my properties to my children because we currently have 3 kids now.
Okay.
And currently, my husband has been going through crisis now. Like, he doesn't have any job now. His business has crumbled. I
Okay.
am currently the breadwinner of my family.
All right.
So as of last month, my company promoted me. They gave me a job at Canada.
Okay.
And in that contract, I am supposed to go with my family and kids.
Okay.
I told him. He was happy. He
Okay.
was very, very happy.
Okay.
But we can't go together because we don't have any certificate showing that we are married, that we're a couple.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden, this man agreed. He agreed on, okay, let's go and do a court wedding. All of a sudden,
For real.
yes,
Okay. Something he refused doing
7 years ago, exactly.
Okay.
Why you change all of a sudden? And my father told me that if I agree to this court wedding, that he's going to disown me.
Okay.
I mean, how can I let my father this? And I know my father. And he said that if I insist on doing this marriage, this court wedding,
Okay.
that he's going to terminate this contract.
For real.
Yes.
All right.
But my husband is,
Just calm down. Relax. Put yourself together.
my
I.
husband
Okay.
is tarnishing my image and the image of my family. His family called me and I gave them the same response that I am a grown woman and I can decide on what to do.
Okay.
So now I am left on agreeing with my father or doing the white marriage with my husband, the court marriage with my husband. I don't know what to do.
Okay. That's why you came here.
Yes, I need help. I need your advice. I need help, please.
All right. I heard what you said, sister. What a delicate issue. This very issue is very, very delicate. You get me? We have to apply wisdom. Why working on this very issue, because the two parties involved in this very issue are very, very important to this young lady sitting down here. Her father and her husband. Omo. Okay, but sister, if I may ask, within you, what is your mind telling you to do?
I am going with my father's. I'm going with or without my husband. I am moving to Canada with my kids.
Like you are going with what your father said.
Yes, I am not changing my mind because of him. He didn't change when I begged him, so I'm not.
Okay, people, you guys have heard her story of how her husband refused doing a court marriage with her 7 years back. And now they need a court certificate to move to Canada as a couple they are. Don't forget, the man business is not doing well. He has crumbled. And the husband now is begging her for them to go to court and do this court marriage, which he refused doing some years back. Do you see why I say that this issue is not just an issue we treat anyhow? We must apply wisdom. On the other hand, the father has sworn to disown her if she goes ahead with the husband to do a court wedding. The father says she should pack her children, take her things and her children and move to Canada. Else, he will terminate that job, everything. And now the young lady says she's confused. She doesn't know what to do. She came to us for an advice. It is not just me and Sia. You are included. She needs your advice. So please, cook up your advice on what this young lady should do. She's in between the deep Red Sea, her father and her husband. So without wasting anybody's time, let me bring Sia into this very issue. Let's hear what Sia has to say concerning this. Sia, ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Biko, nwata nwaanyị anọ n'etiti anyị si na ihe butere ya na obi anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ maka ihe na-eme n'ọnụnụ di na nwunye ọ na-anụ. Nke nne ya nọzikwa n'ime ya. Ọ sị na di na-anụ ya ugbu a na ọ dị ala ime mgbe ha na-eme ọyị afọ 7 gara aga. Ka a chọpụtara na ọ dị ya bụ ime, e wee kwuo okwu ọnụnụ di na nwunye. Ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị wee na-ayọ di ya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke sị ka ha mee nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ court marriage, mana di ya jụrụ ajụ. Ọ sịkwa ka ha ga mee nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ white wedding. Di ya wee maka na ndị ụka sị na a ga-ewetanata ihe ndị oyibo na-akpọ certificate n'aka ndị ọkaikpe, o ji maka ya bụ ihe si n'ọma mme ya bụ white wedding. Na sọsọ ihe ọ ga-eme bụ agbamnkwụ. Nwata nwaanyị si na ọ kpọkwara nne ya kpọọ ya bụ nwata nwoke na-ayị ebiko, mana ya bụ nwoke jụrụ ajụ. Ọ sị na o bere akwa gbusi ikpere na anị yọọ di ya bụ nwoke jụrụ ajụ. Ọ sị na ọ kpọkwara ndị be di ya wee gwa ha na ha biko ha yọba nwa ha nwoke. Ndị be ya bụ nwoke sị na ya bụ nwoke ezugo ihe eji nwoke eme, na ozugo ịsị na ihe a bụ ihe ọ chọrọ na ihe a bụ ihe ọ na-achọrọ. Ọ sị na ihe a gwara ya. Ọ sị na ya bụ ihe wee wee ya iwe, wee nna ya iwe, wee kwụsịzie ya. Ha wee gaa n'iru ịnụ ya, o wee gaa n'iru ịnụ ya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke maka na ọ chọrọ ịbụ onye mụrụ nwa n'ụlọ ka ọ hafụ ibute ndị be ha ihe ifele. Ọ sị maka ya bụ ihe nna ya wee wụọ iyi furu ntutu taa, sị na ọ ga-afụnata, ọ ga-eme ihe niile o nwere ike ime ịfụ na nwa ya guzoro ka nwaanyị si eguzo, ma di ya anịa ma di ya nọrọ. Nwaanyị si ka ọ mụrụ nwa, nne wee chọtara ya ọrụ. O wee bido lụba ọrụ a na-eme ọfụma. Ọ sị na ugbu a na ha ji ụmụaka ịtọ. Ọ sị na ihe niile o wee nọ n'afọ ụmụaka ya ka ọ dị. M wee jụọ ya maka gịnị. Ọ sị m maka na ọ gbaghaberu di ya ihe o mere ya afọ 7 gara aga. Ọ sị na kịta na nke kachasị nke bụ na ụlọ ọrụ ebe a ọ na-arụ ọrụ chọrọ iziga ya na famili ya obodo oyibo ebe nke a na-akpọ Canada ka ọ gaa ebe a garụwarụ ha ọrụ. Ọ sị na n'ime nkwete ha kwekọrịta na o kwesịrị ịga ya bụ njem, nọ ya na ụmụaka ya na di ya kwesịrị ịga ya bụ njem, mana ka o si na dị ha ewere akwụkwọ gosiri na ha bụ di na nwunye. Ọ sị ka ọ gwa di ya bụ ihe na obi jupụtara di ya aṅụrị. Di ya wee sị ya ka ha gaa n'ụlọ ọkaikpe gaa mee nke ndị oyibo na-akpọ court marriage. Ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị ajụ. Ọ sịkwa na nna ya gwara ya na ụwa mee ya bụ ihe na ọ ga-agwa ụwa na mba niile na ọ bụrụzi nwa ya, and na ọ ga-egbubi ya bụ ọrụ o yere ọ na-arụ. Ọ sị na ndị be nke di ya akpọgokwe ya na ya biko. Ọ sị ha mba, na ya etozugokwe na nwaanyị iji aka ya kwuo na ihe m chọrọ na ihe m na-achọrọ. M wee jụzie ya. Ọ sị na ihe mere o ji gbakwute anyị n'ụbọchị nke taa bụ na isi na-agbụ ya ghara ghara na ọ mara ihe ọ ga-eme, na ya bụ ihe gbagwojuru ya anya. Ọ sị ọ ya kwete n'ihe nna ya kwu hapụ nke di ya kwu, ọ ya kwete n'ihe di ya kwu hapụ nke nna ya kwu. Ọ sị na ọ mara ihe ọ ga-eme, na isi juru ya eju, na anaba adịrị mma gawa agaba adịrọ mma. M wee jụzie ya n'ime owu ya ka ihe obi ya na-agwụ ya mee. Ọ sị na obi ya na-agwụ ya kwete na nke nna ya kwu ya hapụ di ya kpọrọ ụmụaka ya gawa ya bụ obodo oyibo. M wee sị gị biko dododo na o tufuru oge ọbụla ka ị nebagodoro anya na ya bụ ihe, ka ị gwa anyị ihe ị nwere ikwu na ya bụ okwu. Ekenekwa gị nke ukwuu. Okay, Sia wants to say something. Sia biko gaa n'iru gwa m ihe ị nwere ikwu na ya bụ okwu. Ana m ege ntị.
Ọnọdụ ya bụ nwatakịrị nwaanyị nọ sikwa n'ike.
Sia said you are in a very tight corner. That the condition you are in now, that is very, very difficult. Sia, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Nke bụ eziokwu bụ na ya bụ nwatakịrị nwoke emetere ya chacha.
Sia said the truth of this very issue is that your husband did not get it right at all. Sia, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Maka na enwere ike na mbụ ọ furu uru ọba ije na nke ndị ọkaikpe nata ihe ga-agosi na unu na-abụ bụ di na nwunye.
He said that maybe previously he did not see any reason, or he did not find it worthy to go and do this court marriage you are talking about. He didn't see any need of that. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Mana ugbu a ọ fugo uru ọba mere o ji wee gbagharịwa wee chọba ka enweta ya bụ ife.
He said, but now he has seen the benefit of that. That is the reason why he has been running around helter-skelter begging you for the same court marriage he refused so many years ago. See, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Ọzọ dị ka ịbịa ghọtazikwa ebe iwe bụ onye bụ nna gị si wee na-abịa.
Okay.
Maka na o nwere onye ọ ya abụ ga-abụ onesia nwatakịrị maọbụ ikolobịa mmadụ nyụọ ya biko o netuo ya anya rapụ ime ihe ọ si ya ka o meeli ya.
Sia said, yes, he understands where your father's anger is coming from. Because as an elderly person, he begged your husband and your husband refused to do what he asked him to do. Sia, ana m anụ ihe ị na-ekwu.
Mana malụkwa amalụ na di gị bụ di gị. nna gị bụ nna gị.
But Sia said you should also know that your husband is your husband and your father is your father. Sia na ma n'ihe na-ekwu.
Ụmụ gị kwesịrị inwe onye bụ nna na ndụ ha, maka na ịrapụ nwoke a jenwe ya bụ ije, ọ ga-afịa gị arụ ma fịakwazie ụmụ gị arụ.
Sia said your children supposed to be with their father. That if you abandon your husband here and embark on this journey, it will be difficult for you and your children also. Sia na ma n'ihe na-ekwu.
Ya bụ na ndụmọdụ m na-enye gị bụ na ị ga-eji obi umeala kpọkọọ ya bụ ezinụlọ, ma nke di gị ma nke gị, were obi umeala kọwalụ nna gị na ihe kwesịrịnụ, maka na onye a bụkwa n'ụdị gị ka ọ bụ, agbanyeghị na o metere ya na mbụ.
Okay, Sia said you should calm down. You should just calm down. Go to your father and speak to your father. Let him find reason, make him find reason with you. Let him understand that this person is your husband, in as much as he did not get it right years back. Sia na ma n'ihe na-ekwu.
Mekwazịa maka na ama na nna gị nwere ikike ịnapụ gị ya bụ ọrụ, maka na ọ bụ nyanwa nwetara gị ya, mana mee ka ọ malụ na gị nwa na ezinụlọ gị na anya bụ ọrụ bara unu uru. Mee ka ọ ghọta uru di gị bakwazi na ndụ gị na ndụ ụmụ gị.
Sia said he knows very well that your father has the power to withdraw you from or withdraw that job from you. But you should also make him to understand that that job is important to you and your family. Make him find reason with you. There, if possible, get your mother involved. There is how a child talks to the father and the father will understand. We are not disputing the fact that your husband did not get it right from the beginning. Maybe he belittled your father back then, but I believe now he is back in his senses. You said he has been begging. That is to say, he is back to his senses. Just like Sia said, he has found the reason. He has found that court wedding very, very important now. That's why he's begging. Sia na ma n'ihe na-ekwu.
Onwere ogologo okwu dị ya, maka na ife dị mma dịkwazị mma omume. Ọgwụ kọrọ m n'ọnụ.
Sia said there is no much issue, there is no much talk in this very issue. That what is worth doing is worth doing well. As in whatever that is worth doing is worth doing well. So, sister, in addition to what Sia said, your husband is your husband. And your father can never play the role of a husband in your life. And he can never play a role of a father to your children, no matter what. Yes. Just like Sia said, he did not get it right. And I believe that if he had the opportunity to turn back the hands of time, he would do it without wasting time. The most importantly, you have to forgive your husband. You cannot be living with a man you call your husband with grudges in your heart. Just imagine acquiring some property and all in the name of your children, none in the name of your husband. All because you are harboring this hatred in your heart. I'm asking you to forgive him not because he deserves forgiveness, but because you deserved peace of mind. Yes. And it is only when you forgive him that you can talk to your father. You can calmly talk to your father and he will understand. Because if you go to your father with this hate in your heart against your husband, you will speak out of wisdom. But when you are in line with your husband, you will talk and you will talk sense and your father will understand you. Like I said, your father cannot play a role of your husband in your life, and he can never play a role of a father to your children. I leave you to that. Over to our audience. Audience, please, you guys have heard the story. You heard what Sia said, you heard her story, and you equally heard the advice Sia gave to her. And you heard what I added to it. So please, she's here for advice, just like I said. I want you to go to the comment section right now. Tell me what you feel concerning this very issue. If you are in this young lady shoe, what are you going to do? Are you going to abandon your husband here in the country and travel to Canada with your kids? Or are you going to disobey your father, go ahead to the court and do this court wedding just to travel to this Canada with your husband? Please, like I said, this is a delicate issue and must be handled with care. So please tell me the advice you have for this young lady. She will be in the comment section. She will be going through our comments to see what you people have to say concerning this very issue. Please, as we are doing so, do it respectfully. Comment politely. I beg you. And don't forget to like and share after watching. And above all, subscribe to stay updated. As you continue to follow Skid Law Comedy to stay updated, as you continue to be a loyal and faithful fan, may God bless you now and always. Amen. Now, when I don't watch this program and you enjoy them, you learn something from it. I want you to support us. And the support we need from you is nothing but just to share this video. Make it go viral for the world to watch and learn. Like seriously, there are plenty to learn in this very issue. So click on the share button right now and share this video. And as you are doing so, do not forget that we live in a cold world where best friend buy best friend, where loved one buy loved ones, where those you trust so much betrays you. We live in a cold world where it is better to dine and wine with thy enemies than to keep yourself for that bosom friend, for that loved ones, for that bestie, for that person you trust so much that will end up to buy you tomorrow. Because they say na who know man, na him dey kill man. Even the Bible said it. Please do not misunderstand me and do not misquote me. Rather, click on the share button and share this video as many times as you can. And as you do so, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma n'eke, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma n'orie, ọ ga-adịrị gị mma n'afọ, ọ ga-adịrịrị gị mma na nkwọ. Ise.